Hey everybody, welcome out to EQN Sports, all driven by Holiday Auto Group. I am Dru Stewart, and we've got Ranch Fuel bringing us continuing coverage of our show out at the South Point Hotel and Casino. We're talking about the Cinch Stallion Stakes with the National Reined Cow Horse Association, and pretty excited. We've got two gals that I would like to introduce you to right now that are coming in via the interwebs hanging out with us. We've got Jayne Vatcher and Cheryl Chown are with us. Ladies, happy Easter first and foremost.
Happy Easter to you too.
Yeah, so talk to me about this morning at Easter. What, did we have a service or anything going on this morning for the show, or we've been all busy on our horses, or what was this morning like?
It's on the lunch break. They're getting ready to have it here in a bit.
Oh, they are. They're having it.
Winter's doing it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Well, that's awesome. So the reason we have the both of you up here is because we're talking about our non-pro boxing classes here and talking about the herd work. You both tied with a 218. And before we get into all of that, let's talk a little bit about it. We talked to Shad Parkinson here a couple days ago about the show, but this is, correct me if I'm wrong on this, okay? But this is relatively new, is the Stallion Stakes in Las Vegas, but it's turning into one of the biggest paying out shows there is just because of all the incentives on the Stallion side of it. And am I kind of on track right there? You guys know that I'm the team roper in the cow horse business here. So talk to me just a little bit about that background of the show, just for those people out there that may not know about this particular show in Vegas.
No, I completely agree. I think the incentive program for the cow horse has really started to take off. I know for me personally, when I go to breed or go to purchase, it's a big part of a consideration for me. Absolutely.
Yeah. What say you, Cheryl?
Yeah, actually, my husband's been to this show before, but this is the first time I've actually been to the stakes. It's just not ever really worked out for me, and he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame at the end of next week, so there was no way I was missing it this year.
Well,
so this is my first time here. Yeah.
Well, double congratulations to you then.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. And we kind of got to give props to the South Point a little bit. I know between the team ropings, the cow horse shows, spend about half of our life every year at the South Point, to be honest. And
absolutely.
What a great place to put on shows.
Such a nice place and great people. They keep everything reasonable here. Mm-hmm. It makes it easy for us. We don't have to leave. It's great.
You know, we always laugh about it at the team roping in December. It's like being on a spaceship, because after about 12 or 13 days, you realize you haven't even been outside. Your closest, the closest thing to being outside is the stall barn.
Yeah. Right.
For sure.
So, well, cool. Well, let's dive right in here, Jayne. We're going to talk about your horse first. You're riding Once in a Blue Bay, and once again, we're talking about our non-pro boxing here in our herd work. Here's our cutting. The South Point, no stranger to the cutting pin. I just went and announced a show for Miss Paula here not too long ago. Let's talk about this little horse right here. Tell me about him.
So I bought him a year ago. I bought him from Lance Johnston. He's fantastic. He had just been gelded when I bought him, so we're working our way through that. Yes. So the first couple of months, he was tough for me to show.
Sure.
Jared Jones took him over. Jared works out of our ranch. We're at SJ Ranch up in Arizona. So Jared works out of the ranch, and he took him over and tweaked some things, made him more non-pro friendly.
Sure.
The cow is kind of, it's his deal. As you can see, it's a snaffle bit event, and I don't have two hands. I don't need two hands with him. Mm-hmm. He's great.
He's a cutting horse, isn't he? For sure.
Oh yeah. He's a lot of fun to ride. Reining is his. I would say not weakest link, but definitely the cows are his thing.
Sure. Good first cow.
Yep. Right about here, we're cutting again, and he sees everything. I may not as a non-pro. He sees everything. Thank goodness.
Now that makes it a good partnership for sure. He's
Yes.
cool. He's very cool.
He's very cool. We only got 2 cows on this run. Just, timing on my part probably. But he worked them both. It was great.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like you say, maybe you had some opportunities to tag off there, but you had a cow that allowed you to stay in there and do it too. So
Exactly. Exactly. And he's got some real neat moves on the right cow, and he's just great. He's fun to ride.
Well, that was fun. All right, Cheryl, we're diving right into yours. Both of you cutting a red cow on number 1. What's this horse here, Cheryl?
He's a dual smart ray out of a highbrow cat mare. We got him late in his 2-year-old year, and I've showed him, he's 6 now, so I've shown him throughout all 3 of his Derby years and his Futurity year. Actually, no one else has ever showed him but me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cheryl,
He's
have
a
you and
fun
I
little
talked
guy.
about this horse in the past, haven't we?
Well, we talked about Hipster, remember, at the
that's
Celebrate.
right.
And then this horse was second behind Hipster in
That's
the
okay.
Derby there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That had to feel good, huh, Cheryl? He's working a
Yeah,
cow right there in
he's-
the center, third of the pen, right where you're supposed to be.
He's real cowy. If anything, I got to drive him past him just a little. It'll get a little short. And
Yep.
I made up my mind that here I was going to not kind of wait a couple jumps. I was going to try to go out and take charge and do that right off the bat. Sometimes I'll kind of wait a jump or two. And
Sure.
that was a goal of mine to do here. And I somewhat accomplished that. So I was super happy about that.
Well, that's pretty cool. And there's definitely, like you just kind of alluded to it there for a second. There's a difference between those horses that are going to go ahead and jump up and get by one's eye versus those ones you got to push a little bit right there too.
Yeah.
There's definitely, and you go get on a couple different horses. It's like the difference between riding a push horse and a pull horse.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and you go out there and go ahead and stick one out there. Well, are you going to get that big miss or not? But when you have
Right.
one that you can go ahead and put up there, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Rady barrel horse.
Yeah,
Same
exactly,
idea,
right? It's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Well, very cool. So we're going to go ahead. I know that we're talking to a bunch of everybody out here in the cow horse, but we're going to talk about this a little bit just for those that may be just watching this for the first time. So explain our different classes. So we're in the non-pro boxing. We've got non-pro boxing, we've got non-pro, and then, of course, we've got open. So talk to me about the different levels in the NRCHA a little bit and what that allows people to do in their career from starting in cow horse, progressing up through. Both of you have been part of this game for a long time. Let's talk about that a little bit. Tell me about the opportunity for people of all levels in the different disciplines of the cow horse.
Absolutely. So the boxing is kind of the beginning, I guess, if you will, for most people. That's when you're going to bring your cow out, you're going to box it on one end and keep it there 50 seconds.
Okay.
The next level up is going to be the box drive. They've added that this last couple of years.
Okay.
And that allows people to box it on one end, drive it, box it on the other end, drive it back across. So without having to turn it on the fence. Yep, and then the next level up is the non-pro, which they box, and then they start doing their fence turns and circling.
Sure.
Personally, I did that for a year. I don't know, have you done that?
I did it 25 years ago for 1 year, and then I've mainly barrel raced most of my life. Yeah.
There you
and
go.
then I dropped back to the boxing
Yeah,
about 9 years ago.
yeah. So I
Gotcha.
did it a couple of years ago, and it's a lot of fun. For me, I mean, I have a full-time job, a real job, and running a ranch, and so I didn't feel like I had enough time left to learn as much as you need to down there.
Sure. Sure.
Down the fence, there's a lot of things that can get thrown at you, and kind of felt like I was missing out on my friends. So I went back to the boxing, and that class has grown. I mean, we're in the 80s. Our numbers are in the 80s, 90s
Yeah,
now.
it's huge.
It's huge, and the NRCHA has really been good to us.
Yeah.
They've stepped up. They've added a lot of money to our class,
I agree.
and it is big.
Yeah.
that is really big. And then, of course, after that, you have the Open.
Yeah, yeah. And the Open will take care of itself. I mean, and I hate to kind of put it like that, but the Open does, right? Like it takes care of itself, because without those boxing classes to feed it, right? Because that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to go
Yes.
buy these horses, and if we end up finding one that we're going to go stick with one of the guys, you know, I mean, or the gals at the top in the Open. I mean, that's what's great about it. And I tell you what, ladies, I think we've talked about this. I know I've talked about it numerous times, but what is so neat about the cow horse, coming from the team rope and coming from the barrel world, same deal, right?
Yeah.
So what drives the Open is the 5D, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it's the same thing here.
Numbers.
The low numbered Opens drive the Open. You know,
Yeah.
that's where everything comes from. And to see out of all of the show horse disciplines, to see what cow horse is doing, it's very, very cool that boxing and then the box drive. So we get our full progression up into it.
Yes.
I can't imagine going down the fence. I mean, really and truly, and I mean, because of the timing and just you guys, you guys, you know, you sat at the desk with me, and it's new, and to watch it as a competitor, it's like, man, there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
There's a
all at
lot of
once.
things going on.
Yeah.
And to be able to come and enjoy this, like you say, we've all got our full-time jobs and we've got real life out here where we're not on the backs of them, you know, 10, 12 hours a day. It's very, very cool that we can come back in these classes, and maybe you have a horse that allows you to step up, or you have time and you step up for a few years and then not. And that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so
No,
cool.
it's great.
Yeah, there's a place for everybody in this. If you want to work cows and do a little reining, there's definitely a spot for everybody.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it's growing. I mean, the sponsorships here are great. I mean, we sponsor quite a bit here with the NRCHA, which I love.
Yeah.
We have the facility. We have all the trainers at our place. It's great. I mean, it's full support system, I think.
It's very cool. It's very cool when you love the game and you get to a point in your career where you can give back to that game too. It's pretty special, isn't it?
Yes.
100%. And we did a lot with the youth at the beginning, and then we everybody else jumped on board to do the youth sponsorships, which is exactly what we wanted.
Sure,
right?
because
You
they'll
want
follow.
people
They'll
to
follow
become-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want people to become involved, because if you don't do the youth, that's where you need to start.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get more youth involved and keep that program going.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we've talked about it. The deal at the high school finals, the National High School Finals Rodeo, cow horse has changed the all-around race at the high school
Definitely.
finals. It has
Yeah.
completely changed the all-around race. That one event coming in changed it, and it's
Well, because
very,
they
very
usually cut too, so
Yeah.
that gives them those two strong events. So if they can go rope or run barrels or whatever,
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. It's a very, very important event. And I'll tell you the other thing that happened is I think a lot of kids jumped in and thought, oh, cow horse is going to be really easy because exactly. You're laughing because it's very, very true.
Or I
So-
can just do it on my rope horse.
Exactly.
And I'll be good. Yeah,
No,
no,
you can't.
No,
No,
you
you
can't.
can't.
No.
So it guilty is charged in my family. Like my brother went to the high school finals and made it in the cutting, and he was a team roper and made it in the cutting and could get by a little bit. There's no way we could have got by, you know, because we just borrowed better than we owned at that deal, you know, of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's no way in the cow horse you can go in there and not. And it was kind of funny because we saw a peak, and then it kind of leveled off because the kids were like, man, we got to practice.
Yeah. I better take this a little more serious.
Yeah, we got to work at this one a little bit.
Yeah.
We got to work at this. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's so cool that the youth is staying alive and coming and being at the shows the last couple of years. I mean, you see it. There's kids everywhere, and that's so important.
Yeah.
And you know, thank you both for supporting that side of it. It's very, very, very cool. And now let's go from the youth. Let's talk about this Hall of Fame deal, huh? That's
Okay.
got to be super special, huh?
Yes, very, very. I'm so proud of my husband, Robert Chown. Yeah, he's, I mean, of course, I think he's a great trainer, but he's not only done well himself and trained a lot of horses, but he has trained so many world champion horses and non-pro world champions. And his, you know, so many of his horses have went on and lasted or done the test of time. You know, they hold together for person after person. And that not everyone can do that. You know, you don't have to be a $3 million rider necessarily to give big to the sport, and he's just got so many people that have ridden the horses he's trained and won under him, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy that they recognize that. He's a good person too. He's just a good person.
Well,
So pretty excited for it.
Congratulations to you and
Thank
the family.
you.
That is a
Thank
very,
you.
very, very, very big deal. And the older we get and we live in these industries, right? And those moments like that are few and far between.
Yes.
And it's very, very cool when we live in this industry and we get to see our friends and family members receive awards like that. So congratulations.
Thank
very,
you.
very well deserved. Very,
Thank
very
you.
well deserved.
Thank you.
So, congratulations.
Very grateful.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. Well, so Cheryl, you're not done. Neither one of you are done yet by any
No.
means, but you came in here, and when we were over the course of the last day, so you were a 218 and a half, and the reining on that horse again, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I sold Velvet Elvis, which is kind of funny. His name is somewhat appropriate to be in Las Vegas.
Right.
Elvis. He's a fun little horse. He's got a lot of self-carriage, and he can do the hard stuff. Sometimes he's a little quirky, but boy, he does the hard stuff. And when it's all said and done, that's important.
Sure.
Go do something hard, and I thought he turned real good for me
Oh, he
here.
turned really good, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the stop. He spooked a little bit. I don't know what he saw right there. He switched
Yeah.
leads on me, and but he stopped when he got there. So that's the thing. Yeah, and he really wound up here and
Wow, he
turned
looked good
around
right
nice.
there.
Thanks. I think he caught his shoe here on this last stop. Right there. Yeah, but I was real happy with him.
Well, that's great.
Good run.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you guys have next? When do we show again? When's our last
Today.
go?
Today.
Oh, today.
Afternoon.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
we have
so
our
I need
cow
to
work,
get you-
and then it's done.
All right. So I need to get you off camera so you can go get your horses ready then, huh?
We're
We
doing
won't show
it.
till about 3-ish.
Are you?
The first part, it'll start about 3-ish.
She's in the first set, and I'm dead last.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you're dead. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what you got to
Yes.
do then,
I
Yeah.
know. Too much pressure.
right? So let's talk about that. Where would you rather draw? Would you rather go out and set the pace, or would you rather be where you're at, where it's like, okay, now I know what I got to do? Where would you like to be?
I like being at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I've always liked being at the end.
Yeah.
How about you?
If it turns out good, I don't care where I draw. Like
Top
if
of
it
the
turns
ground,
out
bottom
good,
of the ground, it doesn't matter.
you know,
as long as you
I
win the
try
race,
to,
huh?
I try to
Right.
take things, even if I know it's a bad draw. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, hey, if I'm first, at least I'll be winning it until the second person goes.
That's
I
it.
just try to turn it that way,
Yeah.
and so.
Well, and the bad
Yeah.
part about being last is you have so long to wait
Yeah,
and
that
watch
is that
everybody.
part, yeah.
So then your nerves get all wound up, and
Yeah.
so really, you're right. There's if you're
Yeah.
out first, you get it over with. If you're last, you get to pace. So
Yeah,
There's
you're
all
last. You
good-
just get to sit there. You're not when you're last. You're not competing against anybody but your own brain. That's the thing.
right,
Yeah.
and that's a tough one.
It's the
That's
hardest
the-
competitors
That's a big
yourself.
danger zone.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
But every draw at the stakes is a good draw.
Yeah,
Just
I agree.
being here is a
I
good
agree.
draw.
Being in the position
Yeah.
we're both in is just a good situation. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely, and at the end of it, we get to walk out and we're still friends.
There
yeah,
you go.
Yeah.
That's
And
the best
they
part.
say the kids dominate this, and I'm sorry, I got to point
don't
that
know.
out. Kind of happy about that. A little bit proud about that.
Good on you, ladies. I love it.
Let's go.
Gotta put it on them
Yeah.
kids once in a while,
Yeah.
huh?
That's right.
Good
right.
stuff. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to come up here and talk to me, and hopefully we chat again soon. And
Yes.
good luck for the rest of the show, okay, ladies?
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Thank
Good
you.
luck
Absolutely.
today.
Good
Thanks
luck
for
today.
coming and hanging out. Hey, everybody, this is a whole lot of fun. And once again, we're going to be continuing to do this. Our friends at Ranch Fuel are helping us out, and they're presenting all of the coverage of the Cinch Stallion Stakes from here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the South Point Hotel and Casino. And make sure and stick around and watch everything that we're going on. Once again, congratulations to all of the competitors that are out there showing in Vegas. We're going to be bringing this to you for the rest of the week, all the way up into the finals. We're going to have Amy Wilson's going to be on site. She's going to be doing a little commentating and also some interviews when we get down there further in the week. And with that being said, everybody, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Easter out there to each and every one of you. And thanks for tuning in to the Cinch Stallion Stakes. This is EQN Sports, all driven by Holiday Auto Group. I am Dru Stew, and we will catch you on the next episode, everybody. Talk to you in a little bit.